Hello guys, and welcome to Let's Play Civilization 5 with Papa Bose. Now, as you may have noticed, it's been a while since my last Let's Play. There were just some things that were going on that I was unable to make some Let's Plays, but I'm going to go ahead and continue, or attempt to continue where I left off last time. I had unfortunately lost my original save file, so we're just going to go ahead and start a new one, but we're going to do the same thing. China, on Terra, with standard deity, and we're going to play on epic instead of standard this time, mostly because I've gotten used to playing on epic speed after watching, I'd say Marbazir play on epic for a long time, and I just started playing on epic speed fairly recently, so I think we're going to go ahead and stay with epic instead of standard, and we're going to go ahead and start the game.
Blessings of heaven be upon you,
Now, as I had
Empress
explained
Wu
last time,
Zetian,
um,
most beautiful and haughty ruler of China. O great Empress, whose shadow causes the
is
flowers to
one of my
blossom
favorite
and the
civs.
rivers to
China is one of
flow.
them, most of them because
You
they're
are the
unique
leader
unit.
of the
Chukanos
Chinese, the
are
oldest and the
incredibly
greatest
versatile.
civilization that
They're very
humanity has
strong.
ever produced.
They're probably one of the
China's
strongest
history
mid-game
stretches back into
units
the mists
in
of
Civ
time,
5.
its people achieving
They
many great
get
things
logistics.
long
They start
before
off with
the other
logistics, which
upstart
is absolutely
civilizations
amazing.
were
Get
even
fired twice in one
conceived.
turn, so all you really have to worry
China's
about is getting
contributions to
upgrades
the
on,
arts and
targeting,
sciences are too many and too wondrous
etc.
to do justice to.
They're one
The
of
printing
the best
press,
ones, and as well as they get
gunpowder, the
great
works of
generals.
Confucius. These are but
Spawn
a
rate
few
every
of the
50%,
gifts
so that kind
China
of
has given
encourages going
to an
to war. So
undeserving world.
they're one of my favorite
You,
early to
great
mid-game
queen,
war
who with
civs,
cunning and
with that,
beauty
we'll go ahead and
rose
start.
from the position.
So we'll go ahead and look at our starting location. We already have a ruin immediately, which is phenomenal. I see copper right here. We have a lot of we have a lot of grassland, we have a lot of jungle, so we're probably going to be getting a lot of late game science going on. But for now, we're going to go ahead and I think we're just going to settle right here, mostly because I'm next to hills on a river and there's copper. But let's take a gander down here and see if we can find anything. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and settle in position. That's fine. And we're going to lock in our tiles, and we're going to start with Scout and the Monument. Now, and we'll go Pottery, the usual standard stuff. Now, if you haven't played Civ 5 in the last half a year or so, I can't remember when the patch was, Tradition is still the strongest opener by far. Liberty is still good now though, but they nerfed Tradition, whereas Legalism was the first policy that you would get, which allows a free culture building. So that means you didn't even have to worry about building the monument as you would get it in your first policy by the time you built it. But now they're kind of forcing your hand, saying, hey, you need to build a monument in order to get the culture, because it was just too broken to settle a city, get legalism, and then not have to worry about building monuments in your next 4 cities. And since most of the time a lot of people that I know play tall instead of wide, meaning tall you're only going in 3 to 4 to 5 cities total, whereas wide most people get a multitude of cities, then it's kind of, there's no reason to ever build monuments ever. But with that, since the nerf, you have to get oligarchy first, which is the garrison units inside your cities cost no maintenance and they gain 50% combat strength. You have to get that before legalism. It's still good. The biggest thing about tradition and why it's better than liberty for the most part is the growth potential of all of your cities. It allows your cities to grow more so than going any other policy tree. Whereas, I mean, you can get liberty and go for the growth in that you would be growing your cities by building more cities. Whereas tradition, it allows you to actually grow the population of your city more. So with that, we're going to go ahead and grab this ruin, and awesome, we got animal husbandry. That's fantastic. We'll go to the next turn. We have 2 copper, that's good, and we have salt right above it. Oh, it's silver. Sorry, that is not salt. I am just kidding. So we'll continue to explore. More ruins over here. That's good. We have 8 more turns for that scout. We're going to keep this on production focus, but we're just going to keep it growth because you want your cities to grow more often than not. And we'll grab that ruin here, see if there's anything else down here. Also, okay, so we got crudely drawn map, which is, it's whatever, it's not the best ruin. But it shows 2 more ruins over here, which is actually kind of nice. So I really usually despise that ruin, but that actually worked out in our favor this time. When we have a barb camp over here, we have 3 ruins. Okay, so that's probably the luckiest crudely drawn map ruin I've ever gotten. We're going to go ahead and grab these 2 because I don't want to try and go on that guy for now. We'll leave the barbs until I get at least an archer out. And I don't see any city-states yet either, which is fairly peculiar. That's kind of nice though. Continue. Grab these ruins, hopefully for some culture or population, fingers crossed. And And we'll just keep continuing until we pop out our scout and start working on our monument. And let's grab this. Okay, so we got Chinese spearmen. That's pretty good. That's not what I was hoping for, but you know, they're ruins, so can't really expect anything great out of them. But I'll take that, Chinese spearmen. That's really good. That'll help clear out the barbarian camp, actually. Let's grab this. And we got pottery. Cool, when it had like 6 turns left, so that's actually pretty decent. Now, what are we going to need around our city? Wait, before we look at that, we've got spices over here. There is a wheat tile and 2 floodplains over here, so maybe a city in this location wouldn't be so bad. I would like a coastal city, but a city around here to grab these spices, the wheat. On the are these floodplains as well? I think they are, yeah. Floodplains wheat tiles gives you so much growth. I'm thinking actually a city around this location, because there's another one right here, so maybe on this river tile, or right here specifically, I can grab this wheat, grab the oasis and those floodplains. So that seems like a pretty decent city there. But for up here, we're going to need mining for the copper and the silver, so we're going to go ahead and grab that before we grab writing. See, hold on, did I grab that? Yeah, copper mining into writing, so we'll grab that. We're definitely going to need it for the silver and the copper. And we'll go and grab this this ruin down here, and let's explore to the north. We got some more copper up here. That's pretty good. So we've got a pretty decent start. We've actually got a lot of luxury resources around us, and I'm playing on with standard luxury resources, not legendary start. So I'm actually surprised at how many resources we have going. So we'll lock this in over here, keep the city growing. We've got a coast up here, some fish, and we'll keep going. Now, depending on who my neighbors are, and make sure this is, yeah, it is. Okay, so there's some copper up here. This wouldn't be a halfway bad city up in this location. I'm probably not going to grab it, I mean, that's spices, sorry, that's not copper. I'm probably not going to grab it just because Beijing is going to grow right here, and I'm only going to get, there's only going to get like 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 tiles that are workable by one city. So it's kind of a waste, to be honest. Okay, let's go down here. I don't want to risk getting attacked by that hand and more ruins. Holy crap. We're getting, this is probably the luckiest ruin start I've had in a long time. That's what, 1, 2, 3, 4 ruins? 5 ruins, because I got one over here. Damn, that's really good. Okay, let's grab this. And who's our neighbor? Okay, so we got Pachacuti, as I like to call him, Pachacuti, to our southwest. That's okay, he's probably going to settle over here. I've got to be careful to grab this location fairly quickly because he likes to expand a lot. We'll grab this ruin here. Awesome, and we got 30 culture, so we're going to go ahead and just grab tradition immediately. And we're at the end of the coast. So it's kind of unfortunate that I settled right here. I mean, this was a really good starting location to settle on. And we're going to meet, oh, Byzantium, okay. I mean, this was still a good location to settle on. It would have been nicer to know. I could have explored to the north with my warrior, but I wouldn't have known that there was a coast over here. Because he started right here. I would have known that there was that right there, but I didn't know that there's copper up here. If I could, I would settle my original city like to over here and have a city up here for all the fish and the bananas and the copper, but you know, that's in retrospect, you can't do anything about that. So we're going to grab a shrine after the monument, just so we can hopefully get a pantheon. If we can't get a pantheon, it's not the end of the world, but it would be nice to grab. We'll scout to the east with this guy, keep going with the scout. Stay there, and we've grabbed the silver as well. So, keep going. 12 more turns until Beijing grows. Now, depending on who our neighbor is to the east, that's gonna decide who I'm gonna be going to war with first. Pachacuti has a couple truffles over here and an oasis, but I don't see anything worth grabbing that makes me want to grab the city immediately. However, knowing Pachacuti, he likes to spam wonders. So, oh, finally a city-state. So we're probably going to worker steal from Valletta. But before I get onto that, Pachacuti, at least from my experience with playing with him, they really like spamming wonders. So if that holds true, then we might just go ahead and grab one of his cities because of that. Oh, God.
Bhartiya?
No one likes you, Gandhi. Go away. I hate Gandhi so much. Ugh. Anyways, not as much as Siam and Greece. Hopefully we don't have Greece in this game, because otherwise I'll just quit. Oh, I won't quit. I'm just kidding. But as I was saying, we're going to worker steal. Hopefully it's not under the protection of anybody. It is, I don't believe. So we'll worker steal from Valletta. That way we don't have to build one. And that'll save us some time. You don't have to worker steal on Deity. You can win without it. But it's very much preferred to worker steal. Just because you can save the time in the production to put towards buildings. Such as your paper maker, which is the replacement for the library. I should probably start sending my spearmen back, actually, in retrospect. So we've got our monument done. That's going to increase our culture. I'm going to get a new policy in 1 turn now. So we'll send this guy back. We can just keep exploring with him. Because we don't need, unless, like in the case the barbs start sending barbs towards Beijing, we don't really need, I'm not selling you my embassy. I don't need my spearmen down here. We can use my scout to scout for that. And maybe I can make it back in time to worker steal with these spearmen. Alright, so we're going to grab oligarchy. That way we can get legalism faster. And then once I hit around 4 to 5 pop, we're going to go ahead and start expanding. Going south. I think I'm going to want a city up here and a city down here, so I'll probably settle this city on this tile exactly. That shouldn't be too close to Gandhi, as long as he doesn't start forward settling me, which he probably will. I wish Valletta wasn't there. I wish Valletta was like around here, because this is actually a really decent city. That's a lot of floodplains, an oasis, another wheat tile, and some horses up here. I don't think I have any horses near my capital. No, I do not. It's unfortunate. That's okay. We'll work with what we got. So we're going to go grab a worker from Valletta. I would like them allied with me, but mostly because they're a militaristic city-state. And there's another city-state down here. Perfect. But that's okay. They'll get over it. Okay, so she found my capital. I'm okay with that. Byzantium waifu for Laifu. And let's lock in more food. Keep that growing. Let's say hi to Ife. And we're going to take our spearmen over to Valletta. Hopefully no one's allied with them yet. Oh, I didn't notice there's another city-state right here. That's unfortunate that I did not see that. We can go and say hi to... Oh, barbs. We can go say hi to that with our scout in a second. 24 turns until Beijing grows. That's okay. And I'm sure some of you that don't play on epic speed... Okay, before that, say hello to Kamehameha of Polynesia. For those of you who don't play on epic speed compared to standard, this probably feels like really slow to you. But the early game to mid game, it can feel kind of slow. But it allows you to catch up a lot better. It makes make sure that your what are they called? And of course, Ife targets that camp. I knew they would. It makes sure that your army doesn't get outdated too fast, and so it allows you to play a little bit safer in the early game, and instead of just getting outpaced by the AI tremendously. I mean, you are anyways, nonetheless, but it's kind of one of those things. I feel like I can play better on epic than I can on standard when I'm playing on Deity. And let's go ahead and grab this worker. Yes, and we'll make peace. They're not going to like us for a long time, but that's okay. We had to make sure that no one was protecting them, because otherwise that would piss off our neighbors, and we don't want that. So we'll go ahead and say hi to the city-state over here with our scout, and that's Zurich. Bring this worker up here. And let's see if we can get rid of that barb camp. And we'll start working on some farms with our workers to speed up the growth of Beijing so we can get our second city over here ASAP. I'll probably honestly hit pop 4, and there's another camp there. Instead of pop 5, before I start, when I start making a settler. Sure, why not Byzantium? Theodora waifu is best waifu. Alright, so we've got writing. We're going to go ahead and grab, what do we need specifically? We're going to need, what's it called? We're going to need calendar for the spices eventually, as well as the incense, if I get this location. And I'm not sure what's over here. I should probably explore that quickly. But let's grab copper. Let's grab the copper first, just so we can maintain our happiness. We're gonna fortify that and clear that camp. Let's grab archery at the moment, So we're going to grab archery and then probably into calendar into bronze working, I imagine. It seems about right. And I've got embassies all around. Okay, so Byzantium's all the way there. Oh, and there's, of course, there's a camp right there. Why wouldn't there be? And it's right after I steal worker from... That's disappointing. Okay, we're going to go to the silver, just so we don't get our worker captured. So we've got... Awesome, okay. So we finished our shrine. We're going to go ahead and just start working on Paper Maker for now. Bring this over, and it's a hand axe. We should be able to deal with that fairly okay. And we'll steal this, 37 gold, thank you very much. Now hopefully the hand axe doesn't... Oh, Pachacootie already says hi, so hello Pachacootie. You've actually discovered me now. We'll continue scouting to the southwest, and we'll grab legalism. So we'll go ahead and just punch him in the face, start working on that, and go to the next turn. And we'll keep scouting. So we'll go ahead and we'll just kill him. No reason not to. Work on the mine. 11 turns. Now I need to back up. It's probably at like 54. Yeah, they're very angry with me. I don't know why. I did nothing to them. And we'll go ahead and grab Shock 1. We'll back up and heal. Check out our citizens. Looking okay. Work on Paper Maker into Granary. Granary. I'm sure the correct pronunciation there. So who do we have so far? So we have Kamehameha, we have Pachacootie, we have Theodora, and we have Gandhi so far. Those aren't the worst civs to have in the game. I'm okay with that. I don't really like Gandhi, because Gandhi... Every time I play with Gandhi, I swear to God, he backstabs me. Every time. Once it hits late game and his... and he starts getting nukes, he gets really trigger happy and wants to nuke everybody. And if you don't know that, the reason why Gandhi has a really high potential to nuke people, he has an 11 out of the 10 scale for nuking people. There is there's a little, if you just Google it, you can look up the flavors for each of the civs. And I believe it was from Civ 3, it was either Civ 3 or Civ 4, I can't remember exactly which one. But it was a bug where I forget exactly what the reason why, but basically it was a bug where Gandhi had a overly high potential to nuke people. I can't remember the exact details. I read it a long time ago, but they just kept it as kind of an Easter egg in the game to make it where Gandhi would be nuking people later in the game, even though he is one of the friendliest people in the game, which is just very clever and pretty funny to me. But that's also why I hate him, because once it hits late game, he decides that he wants to say, hey, I noticed that you have no nukes, and I do. I'm going to go to war with you. But we'll continue. Work on our Paper Maker. Find another city. Awesome. Okay, cool. So we found another city-state. Now I really need to start getting... Once I get the mines down, we'll start working on some farms. And then we'll start working on a new city. We're probably going to make it down here. I'm pretty set on making it down there. It's just a really good location. It is pretty close to Gandhi, but it's not that big of a deal for now. I am going to get one desert tile out of it right here, and I'll eventually get those, but those will be turned into mines. But I have 3 floodplains right here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. I'll get this floodplain eventually. I'll have 2 wheat tiles on floodplains as well as this wheat on floodplains. So, and it's between 2 rivers, so this is a really good defensible city with forests all around between 2 rivers. And it has insanely incredible growth potential. Incredibly insane growth potential. Those are unnecessarily words to describe it, but that's more or less what it is. We have bronze working going. Let's check out Beijing. How are we looking on food? Good, good. Let's keep it growing. I'll probably hit Pop 4 and start working on the settler instead of waiting for Pop 5. That's gonna finish in 1 turn. Gandhi completed Stonehenge, no surprises there. Go there. And we'll move over here and start working on that camp. So once we hit Pop 4, instead of Pop 5, we're going to go ahead and start working on our new settler. Let's continue exploring. And Riga. More city-states better. We'll grab a farm over here. And we'll start working on this hand axe. And of course they pop out an archer. So let's back up a bit. We'll kill the archer, and then we'll go and work on... Oh god. Oh, there's a tool of the Hun. Just calm down, dude. God. Don't need to yell at me. I didn't do anything yet. Start working on a farm.
In my...
And we'll continue. In 2 more turns, we'll start working on our settler. Let's go up here. Let's work on this farm. Let's heal for 1 turn. And then we're going to get settler. Do that. We don't really need to worry about papermaker yet. It'll be nice. And of course, hey look, more barbarians. I think that's the one from this camp. That's really unfortunate. Fortify. Beijing grew. Let's reset to production focus. And we'll go 23 turns for the settler. It's okay. I might chop down some trees around here to help that out. So we'll send this guy this way. Riga targets nearby encampment. That's good for them. There's no way I'm getting there. So we'll shoot him in the face. Start working on him. We're going to chop down that forest to help speed up the settler. And we can keep firing at him. See, Attila's court's up here. Let's expand to the left. And there's Oda. Yes, I agree with you. And another barb pamp discovered. Shoot them in the face. Let's start chopping down this forest. Punch him. And hopefully my spearman doesn't die. He shouldn't, but it's fine. Oh my god. Please. Fucking please. Sad boys over here. Right, let's keep shooting him. Work on this. I was so close to clearing that camp too, and of course they have to spawn a spearman. In my... Wait, where is he located at? Oh, right there. So he's right next to me. Okay, and we found our last civ. Oh my god!
เราพ่อของรามคำแหงกษัตริย์แห่งสยาม
From Control
นับ
Face.
เป็นเกียรติอย่างยิ่งที่ท่านเดินมาที่ประเทศสยามของเรา
It would be
เจ้า
Siam.
บอกว่า
It would be Siam. Out of everybody they could give me, it would be Siam. I'm the saltiest civ nerd right now. Okay, well let's grab let's think about this. We'll go ahead and just grab the wheel for now before we work on philosophy. If you should go watch Marbozier's video on Siam. It's called Romkong Trollface. Just because the old model of him. Shit. This is unfortunate. Okay, we'll move him up here. The old model of Siam used to have this massive troll face, but he's also a douchebag, and likes to. Oh my god, this is annoying. And likes to do very douchebaggy things, like backstabbing you and betraying you every turn that he can. Okay, well he can't move 2 tiles, so we'll just fortify here for now. I'm getting trolled by barbarians at the moment. This is annoying. But he likes to do things like forward settle you 2 tiles in, and then pretend that you forward settled him when he was the one that settled right next to your capital. Okay, so we can kill that. Finish working on that. Let's grab Shock 2. Just kill it. And we'll work on getting that forest down again. We'll heal up, and we're probably not going to go and kill that until we get an archer, which I'll probably end up just buying one. It's not what I want to do, but it's okay. And we'll kill that archer. Heal this guy up. Finish chopping that down. And that'll speed up the settler by quite a bit. What is Valletta at like now? There's 37. That's not too bad. It's better than it was before. And I think that should be able to finish it on this turn. 10 turns, so that's a lot better. So 10 turns on the settler. I think it's 240 gold to purchase an archer, 270. And then we'll continue. Valletta desires gems. Yeah, well, no one cares. We'll heal this guy up. Let's explore to the east a little bit, just so we can see what else is around Honolulu. I really need to get the city up, though, ASAP. I'll get a new policy the next turn. Let's see what's going on over here. Of course, there's a barb there. Why wouldn't there be? And let's adopt a new policy. We're going to go landed elite for growth. And then we'll get monarchy next for the happiness when I start expanding. And he almost died, so I need to get out. I'm just getting very unlucky right now. And we'll finish that farm in 9 turns. So we'll make a settler. Let us under attack. Well, I'm sorry, friends. I guess I can go help them and then make them a little bit happier with me. Check this out. How's our production focus looking? Let's look at this. How about... Oh yeah, that'll help. 3 turns. It's a lot better. Wait. Yeah. Okay. 3 turns. So 3 turns for our settler. Now I'm fairly confident I want to settle on this this exact tile right here. I don't know if you can see it, because I think the mouse cursor is hidden when I record, but it is this one with the 2 hammers and 1 food above the river, and it's right in the middle here to the right of the iron. I think I want to settle right here, because that way I'll only get 2 tiles of actual desert. I'm not going to get that, but I'll grab the spices, the wheat. I'll eventually grab this floodplains. I'll get these floodplains and these wheat floodplains, and that city's going to grow a lot very fast. And next turn. Alright, we'll continue scouting to the south. Let's go and actually kill this guy finally. So that helped out with Valletta. They're no longer pissed off at me, thank God. Although that would have been better if there was a city-state like around this area and I stole from them instead of Valletta, because I could be allied with them right now, so that's very unfortunate. But hey, what are you going to do? Public declaration from India. Now they're protecting Valletta. No surprises. Alright, let's continue scouting to the east. Hey, and India expanded way over here. What the fuck? Okay, well... let's hope to God they start going to war soon, because that is such an interesting expand. I guess he really wanted the wine. There's 3 wine nearby and a wheat tile there. I'm so surprised they didn't expand up here, though. That's very peculiar. Okay, so if I put it on food focus, it'll keep it on 1 turn. Okay, that's good. So let's relock the tiles. Let's lock this in and keep our city growing, because it's going to finish on 1 turn and there's no reason to work the extra production. And that way I don't have to do it in the next turn. So we'll start working on our paper maker now. And then in a turn or 2, we're going to start working on an archer to help clear out everything. So this actually wouldn't be a bad city in retrospect. I would get 3 shared, 1, 2, 3, 4, a couple shared tiles with here, but I would get the 2 extra copper and all this fish. However, I do want to settle to the south. So let's scoot over there. 15 turns until Beijing grows. Kamehameha has completed Statue of Zeus. And we can actually get a Pantheon. That's awesome. I was not expecting that. Okay, let's go south. Let's escort this guy. And let's think about the Pantheon we want. There probably are not that many good Pantheons left. Let's see, world religions. There's only 2. Check out the Pantheons that are taken. The only ones that I can think of that I want specifically, I might be able to get the copper ones. That wouldn't be bad, depending on how long I can keep my Pantheon. A lot of forest. There's a lot of jungle. I can get +1 culture from jungle tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I would actually get a lot of, like 8 culture per turn. That's not a lot, but it'll help out in the beginning. Let me see one. If I could work all of these tiles and get +4 culture. That's not bad. I can get the what is it? +1 faith from each copper. It's not. I have a lot of copper, but I'm not really looking for faith this game. Fertility rights is always not bad, just because of the 10% growth rate is good for the cities that have the Pantheon. I do have a lot of wheat, though. I have 3 wheat. That wouldn't be bad. But I think I'm just going to go with... We're going to try the jungle tiles. +1 culture from jungle tiles. Let's see how much that helps culture. So we're going to lock these here. We'll unlock that for now. Still the same, 14 turns. But now I'm getting +9 turns. What was that before? Let's reset the tiles. What was I at before? I was here, 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 and here. 36 turns to 24 turns. So that's going to help out the early game a ton. So that's actually pretty decent for early game. Most of the time your Pantheons aren't really aimed for later game. They're mostly aimed for early game usage. And no, well, I would love to go to war with Siam, but at this moment, no, I do not plan on going to war. Sorry, Attila. But thanks anyways. Let's check down here. Okay, we're good. I still think this is the best tile right now. So I want to grab all 3 of these wheat. I want the city to grow incredibly. Yeah, we'll do that. Let's hope we do it before Gandhi expands over here. Losing a couple gold per turn, but it's not the end of the world. So, do it right here. See if there's anything around here. I believe so. 3. I'll get that one eventually. I'll get that one. I'll get the spices. I'll get the incense. Yeah, this seems like a pretty good location. Let's finish this farm. So I actually want to work the farm right now. 10 turns is really good compared to before. Next turn, and we'll go ahead and settle on this turn. Ife is under attack. That's nice. Did I still requesting? Yeah, they are. I'll grab an archer eventually. And we'll go ahead and settle right here. Start working that. And I might just buy that eventually, but for now, move that in Shanghai. We'll grab the copper because we're going to need the happiness very soon. We'll start working on a paper maker into a granary. 9 turns. Awesome. Okay, well, I'll go ahead and finish this part here. I will be uploading my second part tomorrow morning, roughly around the same time. Well, I guess it's not morning, isn't anymore. It's 4 p.m. Pacific time. But I will be uploading the next part tomorrow morning. Please comment and see if there's anything that I could do better, if there's anything that you guys would like to see. If anyone wants a city named after them, anything like that, please let me know. Please give me feedback, because I love feedback. I thrive off of it. And I just want this to be a really enjoyable experience for you guys. So, yeah, please let me know. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.